100 here, 53, Faction War. This is Calderis Refinery and Imperial Guard versus Chaos. For the blue Imperial Guard team, we've got Rostam as a Lord Commissar. Very strong offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins with a refractor field. Can also shoot his own fellas in the head. This is the Deathcore of Tree DLC, so we will get those crackly rebreather sounds. Alongside, Endor is an Inquisitor, offensive commander with great control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons, a little bit of support about her too. And rounding off the blue Imperial Guard team is oLev as a Lord General. Fights range combat begins with his retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Strong defense and support capabilities could add to this retinue throughout the game too. Red Chaos, we've got GrimReaper as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander. Lots of great manipulation and control abilities, begins in melee combat but can hurt you pretty badly. This is the Black Legion over here, fighting the Lord General looks like. Alongside, Night Eagle is a Plague Champion that starts off range combat with a damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. This is the Iron Warriors elite scheme. Looking pretty cool, like me some Iron Warriors. Where's the Marines? There they are. And rounding off the teams here is Abaddon as a Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed on powerful offense and disruption. Fights mainly in melee combat. He is in amongst some Guardsmen here, rocking the Black Legion elite scheme. Holding up these forces well. Looks like Endor lost a Sentinel over here from CSM gunfire, I guess. Oh, Chaos Lord might go down. In fact, I think he will go down. That Lord Commissar should get one more hit and finish him off. Oh, maybe not. Does he live here? No, he doesn't. Goes down. I think his pistol got the last shot there. Losing your Chaos Lord first engagement is pretty bad. Gonna need to be aggressive and strong early on, CSM. You don't want Imperial Guard to have a strong tier 2 and get into tier 3 unscathed to start getting all their tanks up. So I think play it relatively safe, tier 1 Chaos, and then tier 2 goes super strong in with blood crushers and all sorts of stuff. You need to prepare for those vehicles as well, tier 3. Get some Havocs and stuff up in the mid of las cannons ready. CSM here in retreat. Blue team do have the mid for the 2-to-1 cap. What do we have on the way? Night Eagles and Raptors coming. Plague Champion still with his default war gear. Might come and revive this Chaos Lord over here. Level 2 Lord Commissar already helping to take out that Chaos Lord. Now chases down some heretics. Probably see the power sword from this guy to be quite a big threat to those CSM early on. Gives you a cool ability too. There's that Doom Bolts from the Sorcerer. Lord General's already got his medical sergeant. You see him there with the pistol and the little chainsword. Grenade launcher heretics. Give you some good bursts of damage to these high model low health squads and some nice disruption on demand too. Lord General being used to tie them up and force them off the field maybe. No, they stay in play. CSM though dropping some models here. Oh, only one. Pretty lucky, I think, only to drop one. There is the grenade barrage, but it's dodged mainly by those CSM, but it did not dodge those Doom Bolts. That was pretty nasty. He does win the engagement though, but Havocs are now in play. Can set up with their heavy bolters, suppress some stuff, make it harder for the Lord General to do those tying things up in melee maneuvers. We have some Chaos Raptors. Oh, Night Eagle with a Plague Sword. Not something you'd expect to see against Imperial Guard, but look forward to see him slashing some stuff up and creating some Imperial Guard zombie. Got a Catachan zombie there. Those were Endor's Catachans in retreat now. Those guys can be used to counter those Raptors relatively well with their power melee weapons and their general anti-melee capabilities, the disruption and suppression from the shotgun blast. Nice jump on these heavy weapon squad fellas. It's a hell of a lot of damage and they haven't even started retreating yet. Mortar shell helping to get those Raptors off them in melee, but this is dicey. They're going to try and chase them back. Nope, these are the spotters of Rostam with that artillery shell you saw. Raptors got kind of close, and we do have the power sword Lord Commissar, so he is another threat to those Raptors. Do we see? No, we don't see the Holy Brazier yet from the Inquisitor, which would be another power weapon on the field. TSM here with Eternal War for Abaddon also has some Raptors. Here they are. With some different jump packs. Sentinel of oLev still around. Taking a lot of damage, but got repairs coming in. What is this? That's the Warp Rift. Getting some double heretics, in fact, in behind. Sentinel with a very nice stomp, though. Almost went down the Sentinel. Can these guys chase it? I don't think they can. No, but nicely done from GrimReaper. Ate the stomp, which was a bit of a misplay, but getting in behind. I don't think oLev was expecting that, and he forced a full retreat and can now forward cap some stuff and get that power back, maybe. Meanwhile, west side, Raptors taking a hell of a lot of damage. Catachans are deep in now, retreating off. Only lost 2 models though. Chaos Lord getting in amongst things. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to run headfirst into a heavy bolter here. You can't suppress that big fella, but he will take a lot of damage as he gets close to it. Might get his Dark Halo shield up. Power bashing here from GrimReaper with his double heretics. That's pretty good. Got 2 generators down. Nicely done. Both these guys with aspiring champions, they are a big threat now in melee to those guardsmen. Nice disruption, facilitating a retreat there from these grenade launchers, and he got that wreck point. 490 to 331 on the VPs. 2-1 steal for the Imperial Guard team. Did a bit more work in the middle, maybe, Chaos. They are spending a lot of time pushing this west side 2v2 because I think they want to try and get to this power and bash it. Raptors forcing off the heavy weapon squad, but need to be careful not to go too far and overextend. They are pulling back now. They see that Lord Commissar. Here's a threat with that power sword. Here's that Plague Champion, level 2, with this Sword of Undeath, as I like to call it. Ignores melee resistance and creates zombies. It's a pretty nice power weapon. Ignoring melee resistance is a big deal. I mean, Guardsmen don't have it, but chopping down the enemy heroes, much more effective when you can ignore that. Pretty sure Catachans have it. Here they are. Forcing melee combat on these Chaos Space Marines. I believe they do about 20 DPS power melee each, these guys, which adds up. They don't do. I don't think they have a special attack, so they spend all their time doing those regular fast melee attacks, and that DPS can build up. They got a decap, so that was something. They haven't touched its power though, as far as I know. Chimera on the way for oLev in tier 2. GrimReaper, the only player still in tier 1. Lots of dead things over here. Some heretics, looks like. These guys do get away. These guys down to just the aspiring champion. I don't know. These guys were down to the aspiring champion, but they do both escape. Force melee on retreat. Nope. Did some power bashing. It has been rebuilt mostly. Just 1 generator missing now. There's some Khorne worship. Might want to suppress this Inquisitor because she's doing some nasty things with that sword. Level 2, no war gear. Commissar in amongst the Raptors, very comfortable fighting them here. And they bleed quite a lot again. Are they going to be chased down? They should be alright with 40 hit points. Don't think he's going to be able to get another hit on. No. You see him with the stubbornness, boosting damage. And I believe this no longer boosts damage. And this tooltip is wrong. I think that's right. I could be wrong though. I could be really wrong. Head over to dawnofwar.info to read the notes, because I certainly can't remember them all. 490 to 268. 1-1 cap. GrimReaper does go tier 2. I don't see any Blood Crushers up. Maybe a bit too late for that kind of impact to make a big deal. You see the Havocs getting their ranged nerf there by the artillery spotter's smoke shell from oLev. Might want to get another heretic squad with grenade launchers up, GrimReaper. I think that'll do some work for you against that blob of guardsmen. So 1-1 cap right now. Raptors jumping in, suppressing big swathes of enemies. And these guys now have their aspiring champion with Power Fist and Melter Pistol. Will kill guardsman models pretty quickly. Oh, I could have Nurglers up for the Plague Champion. That will most likely see him level up pretty quickly here. Also has the Armor of Pestilence. You just saw Aura of Decay going off, disrupting some stuff. Needs a bit of support here though, the Plague Champion. Look at that damage from Icon of Nurgle. Chaos Lord moving in. Do you have any war gear, fella? You do have the Armor of the Inferno. Expected against Imperial Guard, I guess. We did not see the Combi Flamer though. A little bit of a surprise not to see that, maybe. These Chaos Raptors without their Sprang Champion, and they still offer you that very nice suppression without that guy and some tying up. So I don't think it's a priority to get that guy up against Imperial Guard. The Power Fist does help you take down vehicles, of course. If you can jump on the rear armor of the Chimera with that Power Fist, they will do some work, so you might want to get it for that. Dreadnoughts. We're seeing a Chaos Dreadnought for Abaddon and for GrimReaper. GrimReaper, we might see the Mark of Khorne variety. Oh, Ogren's on the field. We're definitely probably going to see the Mark of Khorne variety. Definitely, probably. Yeah, that's right. Because you can see it warped out of trouble. There's that Sigil of the Rift. Looks like he's using it. Oh, trying to get those spotters into trouble. It was spotted by oLev. Ogren's with their bonehead leader. Probably going to just run away when they see the Chaos Dreadnought. They don't really want to fight that guy, despite having heavy melee damage. Triple cap now for Imperial Guard. Chaos haven't been quite as successful in their engagements. The Raptors have bled quite a lot of models. I don't think he's focusing the Lord Commissar enough. You want to shoot this guy down because he is a massive threat early on. He's healing up a lot with that stubbornness too. Flak Jacket is in play. Can execute enemies now. Raptors with their Sprang Champion getting in on the spotters, doing big chunks of damage. But here comes that Lord Commissar. He seemed just waiting around there, waiting for the Raptors to jump and then engaging and doing massive amounts of damage. They need to have a plan for that guy. Get some Havocs up or something to help control him. Chaos Dreadnought taking a lot of damage too. Last Cannon was up there, I believe. Some Plasma Guns chasing. I don't think it'll be enough. He should get repaired relatively soon by some heretics over here if those guys are paying attention. Chimera trying to block paths. Inquisitor trying to get in. Does she have her Inferno Pistol on the way? She doesn't. And the Dreadnought lives. Turn into fire. It's autocannon there. 2-to-1 cap now for Chaos. It was a 2v1 push on the west side. Allowed someone to take mid. And here is that Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. Ogren's back at base. oLev looks like he had a bad engagement here. Down to just Sentinel spotters and those Ogren's. Chosen Plague Marines hitting the field for Knight Eagle. Unique unit for the Plague Champion. Doing power melee damage and some damage over time with those melee weapons. Don't have a melee charge. I believe they don't have special attacks either. So they're kind of a strange melee squad in that sense, but they do give you some melee superiority. Will help against those Ogren's and are just a massive pain in the ass to deal with. They explode on death, and since they're generally in melee range when they explode, it's bad news for your enemy. Ogren's dropping some models on retreat. Plague Champion getting in there. Level 4 now, leveling up pretty well. Chaos Sorcerer still level 1 and down. Chaos Lord level 3. Not seen him fire off, let the galaxy burn. I'm sure he has. Those Guardsmen are super dead, I think. Yep, super dead. They had their Commissar too. 458 to 131. Chaos got a lot of VPs to make up here. Need to put more pressure on this Chimera. Where are the Plague Marines? Nowhere. Not a lot of anti-vehicle from Knight Eagle and Abaddon. I guess Abaddon does have the Dreadnought and the Sprang Champion Raptors when they're not dead. Oh, Melter Gun Lord General. The Stormtrooper fellas also get Melter Guns. Some Nurgle worship in a very strange place here. This is a big misplay. Those guys are going to die. Maybe it was a misclick. He meant to use the Doom Blast and sent them into worship. Chaos Dreadnought might need to warp this guy out. Where's the Blood Rage? I don't see it. There's the Blood Rage. Ogren's in trouble now. Boom, look at that damage. Ogren's getting torn apart here. And down they go. Dreadnought does not mess around. But now it's in big trouble. I'm not sure why it's not warping out. Does he not have enough red? He does have enough red, surely. Maybe it's on cooldown, maybe he already used it. Down it goes. Dreadnought is lost, but did get the oGrins. oLev down to just the 3 units, as is Night Eagle, who has tons of resources here. Over 300 power. Doesn't want to go tier 3. Get some Plague Marines up instead. I mean, Chaos can fight super effectively in tier 2. They have a lot of great options there. Yes, Lord. So I haven't seen him use that Let the Galaxy Burn. I want to see it. Are Catagens still alive? They are. It's a little Imperial Guard miracle. We've got some Mark Rosine CSM for GrimReaper. Good versus all infantry targets. But you get extra damage versus heavy infantry. Stormtroopers could be in trouble here. Heretics are on them. Wow. They took a tick of damage from the Icon of Nurgle too. I think Chaos looking strong mid. They're going to cap it, I believe. Oh. Noxious Cloud from the Plague Champion doing some serious damage. Holy crap. That killed a lot of stuff. But they did survive, and they will reinforce pretty quickly over there, those guys, for Rostam. 3 at a time and 2 at a time, depending on how many squad leaders they have. The Sergeant and the Commissar. 458 to 76 VPs only to hold on to. It's going to be dicey. They need some Havocs up now. Get your Havocs up now, Chaos. I see no Havocs from Night Eagle and Abaddon. One from GrimReaper with a heavy bolter. But here comes the first Lehman Rush, and I don't think it's gonna be the last. This is from Endor right now. He still has the Chimera up. It's done really well. Could get the Melba base thing to give the beacon. Oh, heavy bolter turret. You can transition that into a double las cannon turret for free, and I think he should do that. Maybe not immediately, but once he sees that Lehman Russ. Giving some good suppression in the mid for now. Down goes the Inquisitor. Good counter push by the Red Chaos team. What is that? That's a creeping barrage, I think, was it? No, that was just a spotter shell. Jumping in are Raptors. We could see Melter Raptors, of course, later on. Double Melter Raptors there to let the Galaxy burn. And the Dark Flames now. Chaos pouring it on. Again, the Lord Commissar left to his own devices pretty much, and not really putting a lot of pressure on this guy. Gonna run into the turret though and get into trouble. Does get away. Pairs Lord in amongst a bunch of stuff. Level 5 this fella. It's gonna be alright, I think. I think it's still worth getting the Combi Flamer up. Oh, rocket run. Trying to clear that VP out. Chosen Plague Marines are those? No, these are regular Plague Marines persuaded to leave, as is the Plague Champion. As I was saying, I think it's still worth getting that Combi Flamer. We just sit at range and pick off those Guardsmen. Las Cannon is up here. Another Lehman Russ on the way, this time for Rostam. And we have tier 3 for oLev. 370 to 76 on VPs. CSM here, level 4 CSM, who have their aspiring champion, so they can use that slaughter ability, which is pretty cool. Noxious Cloud does a good job, gets rid of the heavy weapon squad. You just saw Nurgle's Rot going down on those guys. If they did die, they would have been turned into zombies. That's an ability of the Chosen Plague Marines. Exploding on death there. We still don't have a las cannon turret. I really do think there should be a las cannon. Guess they are getting some use out of it as a heavy bolter turret. But here's 2 Lehman Russes now. They might not have seen them. I'm not sure if this thing... this thing's taken damage, so it must have been seen. Oh, was this a Chaos Predator went down? I did not even realise. I wasn't even paying attention to that. But we do have a Chaos Predator here from Abaddon with Mark of Khorne. Not sure who owned that other Predator tank. Oh, that's the Incendiary Shell from the Spotters. Doing some nice damage over time. Not sure what that green spoke was. Lord Commissar, level 6 now. Flat Jacket, Stubbornness, Power Sword, big pain in the ass. What about you, Inquisitor? Nothing. Level 5 with no war gear whatsoever. That's pretty surprising. Imperial Guard bunker is up. Most likely going to be a repair bunker. Wait, says Rostam. Oh, is that the... That's the vision shell from the spotters, I think, or whatever it is. 31376. Plague champion. Looking to spread some of his diseases. He's level 8, this fella. Might want to get the Plague Fist as well to help cap. Raptors jumping in. Just trying to keep things at bay. Keep things away from the VP. I think that was worth. These heretics might want to worship or something. Oh, pushing the flank is oLev with a Leman Russ of his own, most likely called in from the global bar. Lord General still with that medical sergeant fella. Oh, there's the Nurgle's Rot. Don't really have much to put pressure on the Leman Russ, but it's taking a hell of a lot of damage here. Oh, we have some Mark of Khorne CSM with the Aspiring Champions, who does have a melter pistol. Might finish it off here. To be a big win if you can get it. Does take it down. He underestimated the threat to his Leman Russ. So did I. oLev there. Really underestimated it. Didn't get it moving. So Chaos Terminator is called in by GrimReaper over there. Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnoughts. The turret is down, incidentally. Knight Eagle, what are you saving for? A great unclean one, most likely. It's got over 500 power. Get some Havocs up, fellas. You're going to want some Havocs up with las cannons. Or auto cannons. Here's an auto cannon on the way for these Terminators over here. Great unclean one on the way for Abaddon. And it's Havocs on the way for Knight Eagle, yay. Deadly Galaxy Burn, nicely done. Chaos Lord persuaded to leave. Raptors at level 3 getting shot up. We need to run away. There we go. What is this? Who's getting a decap here? Can't see. Oh, it's just naturally uncapping itself, kind of thing. Now the heretics are capping, I think. Or are they? No, they're not. They're standing there. Chaos pushing up. This is a repair bunker, though, which makes it very hard to push this kind of thing. Teleport a relay beacon from the Chimera 2. 233 to 76, double cap for the red team. Oh, Kashyyykin with grenade launchers, disrupting with every grenade shot. Pretty damn useful late game when you are trying to cap. Oh, Abaddon has a sound bug, which could mean they drop. Hopefully they don't drop. 207 to 76, double cap here for the red team. Because Space Marines are level 4 and survive. They do survive. Here's that great and clean one. Still has one of the best models ever in an RTS game, that fella. Leman Russ's pushing forward. I'm not sure if they have enough to fight these things. You generally don't want to fight Leman Russ's tank v tank because they are just better tanks than you and have better support from these Guardsmen too. Terminators with the auto cannon doing some work. We're having to teleport out there. I'm not sure what these fellas are trying to do. They're getting shot to pieces by Kashyyykin, I believe that is, with plasma guns. Pushing forward here, Chaos. Melter bomb. Oh, and down goes that Predator tank. Melter bomb by stormtroopers who do get away. Great and clean one taking a lot of damage as it marches forward. There's a stomp. They don't have anything that can duck into this bunker and steal it, I don't think. That was the cloud of flies. Make all this green crap appear. Oh, some more Chaos Terminators, this time from Abaddon. Getting stuck into melee on the what? On the tank? They're trying to melee the tank, yeah, with power fists. Down goes the Dreadnought. Terminator's having to teleport away, taking a lot of damage there. But red team did not get this completely taken away, this VP. And now they can retake it, maybe. Why are you not capping, fellas? There we go. Chaos Soul is level 7. 147 to 76. Level 3 Leman Russ, bloody hell. Doesn't have a weapon upgrade yet, but it's still a freaking tank. This one with the Vanquisher Cannon. Great and Clean One now on the way for Night Eagle. Red team do have the middle. 2-to-1 cap is going to be close. Endor has a nuke, he says. Stormtrooper squad moving in, trying to chase down the Great and Clean One, maybe? No, shooting at the Chaos Lord right now. Who needs to retreat? There we go. This is a Zinchi Shrine. Doesn't seem to be firing bolts. There we go. It's going to be really hard for Chaos to hold against this. There's another turret up. Please get the las cannon. Vehicles lining up to be shot by it. Great and Clean One's going to go down, I think, if he's not careful. I think it's going to be chased down pretty easily here. Down it goes. Lord Commissar trying to cap mid. Down goes the turret. Bad engagement for red team. They were just not prepared for this amount of vehicles. It's hard to prepare yourself, but not having any havocs with las cannons that I can see is kind of surprising. Not sure what these Great and Clean Ones are doing for you, really. Against a line of tanks. 113 to 76. We have some Lightning Claw Terminators, which is a bizarre choice. Where the hell are you now? Very strange choice from Abaddon. Although Abaddon might have dropped. This might be the AI. Hopefully it's not. I don't like being sent games where people drop. 113 to 76 on the VPs. Great and Clean One hanging out. And there's the concede from the Red Chaos team. They just could not stand against these tanks. Abaddon might have dropped too, I'm not sure. Level 8 Lord General, just look at his heroes end of the game. Level 5 Inquisitor. Level 8 Lord Commissar. Level 3 Sorcerer. A level 10 Plague Champion with that Plague Sword. And a level 7 Chaos Lord who got claws at the end. Again, not sure if this was the AI at the end, so that's pretty unfortunate if it was. But there you have it, guys. Imperial Guard victorious by sheer weight of tanks. They did very little to prepare themselves for this, I think. So even without a drop, I'm not sure if they could have stood against this tank line. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.